Hello and welcome everyone to Lick Cannon, the podcast that is either a comedy or a tragedy.
It's lit or canon.
Take your pick.
This one is tragedy.
This is Lick Cannon redo. So our intern Derek's fucked up with the audio. We got new equipment.
Fucking Derek.
And yeah.
Ooh, Sophie's choice here.
Bowser's Castle.
Are you sure? There's Mount Wario.
But I love Bowser's Castle. Well, you know what? Your pick.
All right.
Yay.
I did this for you. You're
you.
welcome. Because you're going through a tough time right now, having
Yeah.
to redo these.
A little bit. Okay, so hello. I don't know how this episode is going to go because we've already chatted about this. So I feel like it's going to be
Short.
maybe short, maybe I don't know, just fake.
As a general rule, I don't actually remember most of what we record.
Okay.
So
Well,
it
but
might
you
be
remember
possible.
reading the story.
Quick reminder, you are ThunderAF.
Yeah.
I am B+.
Yep. And like and subscribe.
Do all
if you're
those things.
enjoying this already.
Uh-huh.
All right, cool.
This comedy gold that we're putting out
No, okay.
for Spider-Man and Black Widow.
Yeah, we are doing Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man
Black Widow.
and the Black Widow.
Or more accurately, Spider-Man and Matt Murdock sends his ex-girlfriend to do grunt work for him.
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately for Black Widow, she's kind of just Murdoch's girlfriend, and obviously she kicks ass, but it's very just behind.
It's a weird
It's
dynamic.
the
She does
secondary.
not appear to be the star of this.
She
Not
is
even the
pushing
secondary
this
star.
crossover. She's just doing what Matt Murdock needs.
Yeah.
Matt Murdock's in this, by the way.
He is, and
And,
he art for him makes him look like Bill Nye from Love Actually, which I did not enjoy.
Like just
Like
old
a-
man Daredevil, Bill
like
Nye,
a-
and you're not in.
I'm not in. Sorry. Bill Nye, I mean, I could probably make it work if I was like put under the gun, but
Under the gun.
I mean, if that happening, it's already a bad situation, so.
So in Spider-Man. All right. It starts. It starts. New York is at a blackout.
Oh yeah. This is
And-
very Reagan era sort of story, like gangs are bad.
Yeah.
Rioting and looting.
Yeah. So there's a blackout. There's rioting and looting, and the pawnbroker is being stolen from. And
Yes, the pawnbroker, the person profiting off people going through the worst times of their life, is the victim of the story.
That's what the gang brings up. Bring up that they're just stealing back what they stole from them, what he stole from them. So Spider-Man gets in. He has a Spidey signal, which he uses a lot in this issue. Like
Yep.
they got the most out of that Spidey signal.
Coming straight out of the crotch, because, where else would the Spidey signal come from?
Belt buckle, perhaps,
Right, which is crotch level.
above the crotch.
A crotch eye view.
Yeah. So he jumps in, and he's on the pawnbroker side because that's the law. Like vigilante. Come on, Spider-Man. But
Well, we weren't really taught to look at the socioeconomic breakdown of gangs at this point. It was just gangs are bad. Why do people join them?
yeah. So so Spider-Man escalates this. Pawnbroker brings out a gun. Spider-Man's like, oh shit. And suddenly someone shoots the pawnbroker. Pawnbroker dies in Spider-Man's arms. It is a touching scene.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, that was the last lap.
Okay. Yeah. It was like the way it panned out. Like, oh.
In the fight, they had one of the gang members was like, he's one of those superheroes, and then proceeds to like come at him with a metal pipe. It's like, oh, it's a superhero. I can take that guy.
Come at me, bro. Yeah.
I can take that guy with a
He
metal
believed
pipe.
in himself.
Spoiler alert, he did not win.
No, he did not win.
So after this whole
So the guy dies. So then
thing goes down.
it's the next day. New York's back up and running. Black Widow's in town. She's like, oh man, I wish I could go have lunch with Matt Murdock, but he's busy now because all that crime from last night.
Because the lights were out, so,
Yeah.
crime.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm gonna go to the courthouse to surprise him. Woohoo. So she does that. Everyone recognizes her, like, hey.
Yeah, even if they didn't recognize her, she's got that real subtle Black Widow tattoo on her neck or whatever. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, so she goes in, like she interrupts like Matt working with the client Juan, who Juan is being
Framed.
charged. He is being framed, but he's being charged for the murder of the pawnbroker, even though it wasn't him. He's just the lackey for the gang.
Wasn't him. The gang went through and like coerced
Yeah.
witnesses into
Yes.
saying it was him.
It was harsh. And so Matt Murdock can tell the truth by listening to the heartbeat, and he needs to figure out, well, how the fuck are we going to get evidence in a week before his court case? And in comes like Black Widow's like, honey, I can do this for you. So she goes on the case. Meanwhile, Spider-Man is, oh fuck, man. Like, we're just completely, okay, so while he's there listening to Juan, Peter Parker is there on the job taking photos. And he overhears all that stuff about Juan, and is like, oh no, because obviously Spider-Man was there. He knows Juan didn't do it. He's like, so he also wants to get on the case. And then with
It
a
should
little...
be noted also that Matt Murdock knows that he is
Yeah,
there
yeah,
and listening.
Yes, so...
And just straight up manipulates
Yes,
young Peter
Matt
Parker in
Murdock
darkness.
is a master chess player.
Like, whoa.
He-
Like, he manipulated his girlfriend or
Yes.
ex-girlfriend or whatever she's supposed to be in this. Friends with benefits,
Yeah.
buddy, I don't know. Into going and doing his legwork, and then manipulates Peter Parker into going and doing legwork.
Yeah, because he's thinking, like, oh shit, oh, that kid wants to help. Wait, I know that heartbeat. That's Spider-Man's. So he's talking to Spider-Man, so Peter's reporter partner, and it's like, if only someone could bring the evidence in. And so he says this knowing that Peter's listening and that Peter's going to go out and fight crime for him then, essentially. Like, this is Matt Murdock's plan. Like, this Marvel team-up of Spider-Man and
Black Widow
is all just a fucking, like...
mastermind plan
of Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock to get someone else to help with his day job.
Because he's got too much paperwork.
Not even doing his crime work. It's just his day job.
I mean, like, I kind of get it. It's still for the greater good. But yeah, it's like he has to stop and do court paperwork to help Juan and whatnot, and he can't get out. So he needs to manipulate all of it, which he probably just go, hey Peter, go figure that out. Even though, like, he knows that Peter is, but Peter doesn't know that he's Daredevil, even though he suspected it.
Did he?
He did. Then that issue was like, wait a minute. Do you think that blind guy's Daredevil? Like, nah. So they're on the case.
That's just crazy talk.
Spider-Man's like, follow me, beautiful.
Which was not great.
It was a weird line.
They bust in on the gang.
They bust on the gang.
One guy goes running. 5 guys stay and fight.
Yeah.
Spider-Man takes the runner while Black Widow does all the heavy lifting and deals with the
And
other
we don't even really
5
see that
people.
fight.
And they
It
just
all
don't
just
show it at
pans
all.
away.
As if that fight was somehow less interesting
Yeah.
than him chasing a guy running.
And their plan was to get a confession out of them. And I feel like beating the shit out of them is a bit coerced.
Also,
I don't think it'll hold up in court.
Once again, very much a negative de-escalation of the stuff here. A questioning turned into a raid, turned into a hostage situation.
Yeah, so-
to the point that Spider-Man is like actually causing crime to happen now.
So the one guy with the gun that will prove Juan's innocence go running off. Spider-Man chases him. He jumps through a window because Spider-Man traps him, like corners him. So out of desperation, this guy jumps through a window. Lands fine, I guess.
Fine enough.
Spider-Man doesn't follow him. He's like, no, because there's a car pulling up with people in it, and he's worried that if he follows, the guy will attack the family.
Well, spoiler alert, he
He
does.
attacks the family. He gets in their car, hijacks it, they drive off. The dad of this car has just gotten his license, doesn't really know how to drive.
So he kicks the dad and the mom out,
Which I guess
keeping
is
the
New
little
York, we don't
girl.
drive as much. So, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
it did
I
seem
get
a little
it.
questionable to
Okay.
me, but we're from the part of the world where you start
don't get
driving at
taxes.
13 because you have to, because everything's that far away.
Okay. Yeah, so they're in the hostage situation. Eventually he kicks out the parents, but keeps the little girl that's in the car. That's his hostage gold right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Little white girls make great hostages.
Yeah. So Spider-Man follows them, and he that fucking dick light. He shines the dick light, spooks the guy. They drive into a river.
Drive into a river. Spider-Man saves them, but the gun is lost, right? They have to find the gun.
He just has to jump back in for the gun. Like, so he ties up the guy. The girl's like, ugh. And he's like, I gotta get that gun. That gun will get Juan to safety.
That's what this whole thing was about. Meanwhile, where's Black Widow? Don't know.
She was taking care of those guys.
Yeah, taking care of those guys, doing all the work off screen in this Marvel
He got
team
the
up.
gun. It was all about the gun.
Was it?
You know, Matt Murdock's gonna be like, "Thanks, Spider-Man, for the gun."
Yep.
And so.
And is that what happens?
Oh,
No. The gun doesn't solve the case.
spoiler alert.
Oh, it was very funny when like Spider-Man was like there with the crime scene cleanup guys, like drinking a cup of coffee with his mask on, with a blanket on, like a trauma blanket, and like drinking a cup of coffee. Mask is on, so he's clearly not drinking this coffee. He's just holding this cup of coffee. But it was very funny looking.
And yeah, so yeah, they get the gun. Matt Murdock's happy. And then we go off. Next day, Spider-Man. Actually, the next day, you know, they go to court. Matt's like, haha, Juan, you're finally free. And Juan believes in the system finally. Believes in the system. It's like, yeah, you're right, Matt. We can do this.
We can make the world a better place.
And then, bum, bum, bum. The gun is not the gun that killed the pawnbroker. It solved other crimes, but not that one. Juan is still on the hook. To be continued in the pages of Daredevil and Black Widow.
Is it?
That's what it said.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to that part.
And then, meanwhile, Spider-Man, he's going to Central Park. He's swinging across Central Park somehow. Sees a giant metal structure.
Which he terms Techno Stonehenge.
Yes.
It does not look like Stonehenge in the slightest.
Not at all.
Absolutely.
Techno Temple? Sure. Techno Pyramid? I'm on board. Techno...
Just a techno pad, because it's basically just like a circle pad.
Yeah. Altar.
Zap. Yeah.
So
very
he's
much like
I'm so drawn to this. I can't let it go. And he goes into it and is teleported away. Dun, dun, dun. Secret Wars. This is his going into Secret Wars.
Oh my god.
And then, yeah, so he'll come back with a black suit. Amazing.
Which is not Venom? Does he have a black suit that's not Venom?
No, it is. It's the symbiote. But it's not revealed it's a symbiote until like later after its debut, because it was revealed in Secret Wars. And he just popped up at one point with the black suit before that reveal had happened on Secret Wars. So yeah, people were like, "Oh shit, it's alive!" Yeah, okay. So that's the team up of Spider-Man and Black Widow, aka Spider-Man and Matt Murdock.
Not a great picture of the criminal justice system.
Now you need to rely on vigilantes to
find evidence that doesn't actually work.
That's the turn. Okay.
God damn, I was doing really well for like 10 minutes or 2 laps of this, and this back half of this lap just fucked.
So, you know,
Yep. Whew.
So,
I was in second at one point. Just fell apart.
Yeah. So, you know, Marvel's doing their crossover stuff.
Yeah, this one really showed like a lack of interest in female superheroes.
Yes, but you know, Marvel movies, Marvel cinema now. Spider-Man and I guess Yelena.
I'd watch it. I think the Yelena character would be hilarious, making fun of Peter Parker, and he'd get all like, stuttery. I don't know what to do. It would be cute, and they're like of comparable age.
So,
I mean, they're technically probably the same age, probably both like 25-ish.
what's the story?
Well, Hawkeye's going to be in New York because there have been pictures, spoilers, of him and Kate Bishop or whatever that the girl is playing, presumably Kate Bishop, on the subway. So pop up there because Yelena's going after Hawkeye.
Okay, yeah.
And then Spider-Man's like, hey, what you doing? He's a good guy. He didn't kill your sister.
Wow. Okay, see, I was in a different direction.
Where were you going?
Okay, MJ. And so the Black Widows, they're a team for hire now. They're hired security, you know, like the international security stuff. They're a security firm. That's the word.
Like mercenaries.
More legit
but like governments use them.
Yes, legit mercenaries.
So
anyway,
government contractors.
Yes.
Defense contractors. There we go.
Yeah,
we found it. Anyway, going on.
So they're a global defense contractor now. That's how they're going to use their powers for good.
What if they don't all want to use their powers for good?
Well,
I mean, these are cool.
Who do you think they're contracting against?
I don't know.
Anyway, they have a business. MJ goes intern there.
Why would MJ be interning there?
She's interested in the protection of females.
Yeah, but I mean, what's her career path? Because if we're still going to stand by her being an
management.
actress
Oh,
slash model.
Huh. Okay. She's at the building because they're filming something there, and she's an extra.
I'm not going to lie, I like mine better so far.
Okay. We need a villain. The Flag Smashers. The Flag Smashers come in, hold everybody hostage. Peter's there. Is like, oh no, MJ's in there. So.
Why are the Flag Smashers holding this one hostage?
They need some intel that is only at the Black Widow headquarters. The Black Widow's web. That's what they're gonna call it. Web.
That would be pretty good. That would be a good way to do a crossover between Black Widows and.
Oh fuck!
It would be a good title for a crossover.
Okay, and then the Flag Smashers infiltrate, kidnap, but luckily Peter's out there. Peter's out there.
Fuck!
Oh,
No! 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 No!
so he's gonna die hard.
I
this.
was blatantly robbed.
He's gonna die hard this to take down the Flag Smashers. You know, floor by floor as he tries to deal with the issue. And Yelena's outside the building. She's also trying to.
Once again, an outside, not really being a main character.
She's getting vital information for him.
So he can be the hero. She's doing support staff.
Okay.
Why doesn't she just be the secretary?
Maybe, okay. Spider-Man gets info. He's the information for her, so she can take out the lead Flag Smasher. Gonna disarm a nuke.
They're nukes now. Okay.
Yep.
I would not greenlight this movie. I'm sorry.
Okay. Everyone loves Die Hard.
They do, but that doesn't mean it can just be
And
recreated.
Peter can make a reference to Die Hard in the movie.
No, you hate that.
like,
you hate that.
I do hate it, but everyone loves it.
No.
No, actually, I do kind of hate it. I don't know. I'm torn on it now. But yeah. So, but he's gonna call it something else. Like, do you remember that movie?
Where the one guy crawls through the vent?
Yippee-ki-yay! Mother, don't say that. Or, okay, so he'll somehow get a walkie into MJ. And he's like, what are you doing? Like, oh, I'm trying that, fuck, what are we gonna call it? Deathnet, no. Die Easy. Dude, that Die Easy movie, like, what? Yeah. And like, she's on the radio. And so he, like, you hear his voice, like, yippee-ki-yay, mother, and then she takes the clip off. So that's how you save from becoming a rated R movie. No, fuck, die. Yep, does that make sense?
It does. It also just sounds like a 12-year-old held a committee meeting and made this movie and pitched ideas.
You wouldn't know good cinema if it hit you in the butt.
My film degree says otherwise, as does my quality of taste. No! No! Something tragic happened. Somebody hit me with a shell on the waterfall.
Okay, well, goodbye, everybody.
Tell Thunder what a crap pitch he had. It was a crap pitch.
Yours was just friendship wins all.
What? You don't even remember what mine was anymore, do you?
Yelena was going after a Hawkeye.
Yeah, lots of spy stuff that I love.
And then Spider-Man is just like, hey, Yelena, you shouldn't do that. He's a good guy. And she goes, you're right.
No.
That was your pitch.
No, I just don't have to spell every single move out in mine.
That was for visual representation.
Wow.
Of the film.
I've been hit by everything.
All right, goodbye, everybody. Like, subscribe. Tell us whose story idea is better.
Mine would actually fit in the MCU. Yours is too wacky for the MCU.
You're saying Die Hard is wacky? Too wacky?
The version that you're pitching is also doesn't make sense with MJ.
She's an intern. No, she's an extra. She's an extra.
Nope.
They're filming at the building.
But that also doesn't make
sense.
That
gives her, why not?
Because
that's her road to being an actress.
In the MCU, she doesn't seem to have any desire to be an actress.
Okay, I'm sure in this next one, she's going to be like, I got a role in a play. And Peter is going to be too busy to help her with her lines.
I don't think that's
because she likes to express herself as a fake person. Because she's always fake, she's a perfect actress, and she's just kind of like, yeah, I actually like doing that. So that's gonna be, yeah, like, so No Way Home.
Don't think that's what is gonna happen with her character.
Isn't a multiverse story.
No.
It's a reference to Wizard of Oz, which is the play MJ's gonna be doing.
That would be layered, and I'd be super impressed if that were what they were gonna do, but that's not what's happening.
Spider-Man, No Place Like Home.
God, fuck Wizard of Oz.
Do it, Marvel!
Fuck Wizard of Oz.
Spider-Man, No Place Like Home.
I don't know how they have tricked the world into thinking Wizard of Oz is a good movie. It's not.
Yeah, okay, everybody, bye. Yeah, like, subscribe, comment, tweet. tweet it up. Tell me how much you love and or hate frogs.
Frogs.
Do they get in the way?
They are in the way.
Do they invade your house?
They don't invade the house.
Like a plague.
I haven't seen any lizards lately.
They're around.
No, but I haven't seen them.
They're always watching. All right, bye everybody.
Bye.